Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be tackling cryptocurrency.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah.
As you know,
Classic.
yeah, it's a really great overview for anyone who wants to understand this whole world.
Absolutely.
So what is it? Where did it come from?
Yeah.
And why is everyone talking about it?
Right.
Well, let's find out.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I think the best place to start is with the idea itself, right?
Yeah.
It all started with this simple but kind of radical idea.
Okay.
A digital currency
Okay.
that operates outside the control of any central authority.
So no banks.
Nope.
No governments calling the shots.
Exactly.
That's a pretty big departure from how we traditionally think about money.
Absolutely. Yeah. It really challenges the existing financial system.
So how does this whole decentralized system actually work?
Well, it's all built on this thing called blockchain. And you can think of it like a digital record of every single cryptocurrency transaction. And instead of being held by one single institution,
Right.
this record is distributed across a whole network of computers.
Okay, so instead of a bank keeping track of everyone's balances, it's
Yeah.
like a giant public spreadsheet that everyone has access to.
That's a great analogy, yeah. And the beauty of it is that this spreadsheet is constantly being updated and verified
Okay,
by this network of computers using cryptography.
right.
And this makes it really difficult to tamper with, so it ensures a high level of security and transparency.
That makes sense. So who are these people verifying the transactions?
Yeah.
I've heard the term miners thrown around a lot. What exactly do they do?
So miners are essentially the bookkeepers of the blockchain.
Okay.
They use their computing power to solve really complex mathematical problems.
Oh, wow.
And the first one to solve the problem gets to add a new block of transactions to the chain.
So they're rewarded for their efforts with more cryptocurrency, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they're getting paid to maintain the system.
It seems like this whole process would be incredibly energy intensive.
You're absolutely right. The energy consumption, especially for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin,
Yeah.
has been a major point of contention.
Right.
You know, it's a complex issue
Yeah.
with very strong opinions on both sides.
Yeah.
Some people argue that it's unsustainable
Right.
environmentally,
Of course.
while others believe that there are ways to make it more eco-friendly.
Right, like using renewable energy.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's not just about the technology, but also its impact.
Exactly.
Okay, so I know Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency to really take off,
Yeah,
but there are thousands of others now.
right.
What are some of the key differences between them?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The crypto landscape is incredibly diverse now.
Yeah.
So while Bitcoin paved the way,
Uh-huh.
some cryptocurrencies use different consensus mechanisms,
Okay.
which is basically how they verify transactions
Mm-hmm.
and secure the network.
Right.
So Bitcoin uses proof of work, which is what we were just talking about with the miners.
Okay.
Solving those complex problems.
Yeah.
But others use proof of stake.
Okay, proof of stake. How does that work?
So in a proof of stake system,
Okay.
instead of miners competing to solve problems,
Yeah.
individuals who hold a certain amount of the cryptocurrency can validate transactions
Okay.
and earn rewards.
Got it.
It's often seen as a more energy-efficient alternative.
Okay, so there are different approaches to securing these networks.
Exactly.
But this whole concept of digital currency and blockchain technology is still relatively new. When did this idea first emerge?
Well, you might be surprised to learn that the roots of cryptocurrency go back further than you think.
Okay.
Like all the way back to 1983.
Wow. Okay.
A cryptographer named David Chaum
Okay.
developed a concept called eCash.
Interesting.
It was an early attempt at creating digital currency that offered privacy and security. It didn't really gain widespread adoption,
Okay.
but it laid some of the groundwork for what was to come.
So it's like those early ideas about digital cash eventually evolved into what we have today.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And then in the late 1990s, we saw other important stepping stones,
Okay.
like Wei Day's B-Money and Nick Szabo's BitGold.
Interesting.
These concepts explored decentralized digital currencies,
Okay.
and they really played a significant role in shaping the ideas that led to Bitcoin.
Ah, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The one everyone knows,
Yeah.
even if they don't fully understand it.
Exactly.
What made it so groundbreaking?
So Bitcoin, which launched in 2009,
Okay.
brought together a lot of these ideas
Oh, okay.
that had been circulating in the cypherpunk community for
Right.
years.
Yeah.
And it was the first cryptocurrency to successfully implement a decentralized, secure, and publicly verifiable ledger
Wow.
transactions.
And it's shrouded in mystery, right? to this day, we still don't know who created it.
That's right. The creator or creators, who went by the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, disappeared shortly after Bitcoin's launch, leaving their true identity a mystery.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Which has definitely added to Bitcoin's allure and contributed to its kind of mythical status in the crypto world.
It's fascinating how this anonymous creation has had such a massive impact on the world of finance and technology.
I know, it's pretty wild.
But it hasn't always been a smooth ride, right?
Yeah.
Bitcoin's price has been incredibly volatile over the years.
For sure, yeah. Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market have gone through periods of like explosive growth. Followed by these dramatic crashes.
Of course.
And this volatility has attracted both enthusiastic investors and very skeptical critics.
Yeah, I can see how it would be both exciting and terrifying. To watch your investment swing wildly in value.
For sure.
But beyond the price fluctuations, what are some of the economic implications of cryptocurrency? How does it actually work as a currency? We'll explore that.
Yeah, let's delve deeper into that.
After a quick break.
For sure.
All right, so we've got this revolutionary technology, a mysterious creator, and a volatile market. But what makes cryptocurrency actually valuable?
Well, that's the question that economists are still grappling with. Part of it is scarcity. Bitcoin, for example, has a limited supply built into its code. Only 21 million Bitcoins will ever exist.
Okay, so like a rare collectible. It's tied to its limited availability. But there's got to be more to it than that, right?
Yeah, you also have to consider the network effect. As more people use and accept Bitcoin, its utility as a medium of exchange increases, further driving up its value. And then there's the fact that it operates independently of any central bank. Making it immune to things like inflation caused by government policies.
That's appealing to a lot of people, especially those who distrust traditional financial institutions. But speaking of traditional institutions, haven't they started dipping their toes into the crypto world too?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the entry of institutional investors is one of the key factors driving the growth of the cryptocurrency market.
Really?
Yeah, major financial institutions, hedge funds, even pension funds are now investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
I guess they're seeing the potential for returns that they just can't ignore. But how does the average person get involved? How do you actually buy and sell cryptocurrency?
So that's where cryptocurrency exchanges come in. They act as intermediaries, allowing you to trade cryptocurrencies for, traditional fiat currencies like US dollars or euros.
So it's kind of like a stock market, but for cryptocurrency?
In some ways, yes. And just like with traditional stock markets, there are risks involved.
Of course.
The value of cryptocurrencies can fluctuate wildly. And exchanges can be vulnerable to hacks and scams.
And there's been a lot of talk about the need for more regulation in the crypto space to protect investors.
Absolutely. The lack of clear regulatory frameworks is a major challenge for the industry. Governments around the world are still trying to figure out how to approach cryptocurrency. And the rules can vary significantly from one country to another.
For example, we saw China crack down hard on cryptocurrency mining and trading. While El Salvador went in the opposite direction and made Bitcoin legal tender.
Those are two very different approaches. China's crackdown was driven by concerns about financial stability and capital flight. While El Salvador saw an opportunity to embrace innovation and attract investment. It'll be interesting to see how these different approaches play out in the long run.
And here in the United States, we're waiting to see the impact of new legislation expected in 2025. Which could have significant implications for the crypto industry.
That legislation is likely to focus on issues like investor protection, anti-money laundering measures, and the taxation of cryptocurrency transactions. The industry is watching closely to see how these new rules will shape the future of crypto in the U.S.
So the regulatory landscape is still very much in flux. But beyond government regulations, what are some of the other challenges facing the cryptocurrency industry?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is scalability. Bitcoin, for example, can only process a limited number of transactions per second. As the network grows and more people use it, transaction fees can rise and the system can become slow and congested.
So it's kind of ironic, right? A system designed to be decentralized and accessible to everyone could be hampered by its own success.
Exactly. That's why developers are constantly working on new technologies and solutions to improve scalability and make cryptocurrency transactions faster and more efficient.
So it sounds like there's a lot of innovation happening in this space.
Yeah.
So alongside the potential benefits, there are also concerns about the potential for cryptocurrency to be used for illicit activities.
Yeah, you're right to raise that point, because cryptocurrency transactions can be pseudonymous, meaning they are not directly linked to an individual's identity.
Okay.
There are concerns that they could be used for money laundering, tax evasion, or funding illegal activities on the dark web.
That's definitely a dark side to this technology.
Yeah.
Are there ways to address these concerns without stifling innovation?
That's the million-dollar question. Law enforcement agencies are trying to develop new tools and techniques to track cryptocurrency transactions and identify criminal activity, while also respecting individual privacy.
It's a delicate balance.
It is.
But shifting gears a bit, beyond the financial and technological aspects, there are also broader societal implications of cryptocurrency to consider.
Absolutely. Cryptocurrency is not just about technology, it's also about power and control.
Right.
The idea of a decentralized financial system, free from the influence of governments and central banks, is appealing to many people, especially those who distrust traditional institutions.
It's almost like a philosophical debate about the nature of money.
Yeah.
And who should have control over it.
Exactly. And this debate touches on issues of freedom, privacy, and even democracy.
Wow.
Some see cryptocurrency as a tool for empowering individuals and promoting financial inclusion.
Okay.
While others worry about the potential for instability and abuse.
Right.
It's a fascinating and complex conversation.
It is.
And as we continue to explore this topic, it's important to consider these broader societal implications.
It's crucial that we have these conversations and think critically about the potential benefits and risks of this technology.
Right.
Cryptocurrency is still in its early stages of development.
Yeah.
And its future is uncertain.
Very much so.
But it's definitely a space worth watching.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. It really is mind-blowing to think about how far cryptocurrency has come.
I know, right?
From those early cypherpunk roots to this global phenomenon that we see today.
Incredible.
With the potential to really disrupt traditional financial systems.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the technology.
Right.
You know, it's about challenging the status quo. It's about exploring these new ways of thinking about money.
Yeah.
And really reshaping the balance of power.
For sure. So what stands out to you as the most significant development in the cryptocurrency space so far?
It's hard to pick just one.
Yeah.
But I think the growing interest from institutional investors is definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
You know, when you have these major financial institutions and even governments taking cryptocurrency seriously, it really legitimizes the industry and opens up all these possibilities.
It seems like we're at a tipping point.
I think so, yeah.
Cryptocurrency is no longer just a niche interest.
Yeah.
It's going mainstream.
Right.
But with all this potential, there's also a lot of uncertainty.
Absolutely. The future of cryptocurrency is still very much an open question.
Yeah.
I mean, will it become a widely accepted form of payment?
Right.
Or will it remain primarily an investment asset?
Yeah. Who knows?
Will governments embrace it or try to control it?
Right.
Will it live up to its promise of financial inclusion?
Yeah.
Or will it just make existing inequalities worse?
So many questions. It's fascinating to think about all the different paths that cryptocurrency could take.
I know, it's really exciting.
So if you had to make a prediction, what do you think the next 5 years will hold for this industry?
Okay. I think we'll see a lot of experimentation and innovation. New technologies will emerge, addressing some of the current limitations, scalability and energy consumption.
Yeah.
I think we'll also see more integration with traditional financial systems as banks and other institutions find ways to incorporate cryptocurrency into their existing infrastructure.
And what about regulations? Do you think governments will eventually come up with a unified approach?
You know, I doubt there will be a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
Different countries will likely take different approaches.
Yeah.
Depending on their economic and political priorities.
Of course.
But I do think we'll see more clarity and consistency in regulations, which will be crucial for fostering trust and stability in the market.
Makes sense. So for someone who's just starting to learn about cryptocurrency, what's the most important thing they should understand?
I would say it's so crucial to approach cryptocurrency with a critical mindset.
Okay.
You know, don't just buy into the hype.
Right.
Or get swept up in fear of missing out.
Yeah, FOMO.
Exactly. Do your research, understand the risks, and just be prepared for volatility.
Yeah, it's like any investment.
Yeah.
You need to educate yourself.
For sure.
And make informed decisions.
Exactly.
But I think beyond the financial aspects, it's also important to engage in the broader conversations about the societal implications.
I completely agree. This technology has the potential to reshape our world in really profound ways.
Right, both positive and negative.
Exactly. It's up to all of us to think critically about the future we want.
Yeah.
And how cryptocurrency might fit into that vision.
Well said. Well, for our listeners out there, we encourage you to keep learning.
Keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
Keep asking questions.
Yes, the world of cryptocurrency is constantly evolving, and it's a really fascinating journey to be a part of.
For sure.
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of cryptocurrency. We hope you found it insightful and engaging. And until next time, keep diving deep into the things that spark your curiosity.